Hola and welcome to SoBro Table Talk, a space created by the South Bronx Overall Economic Development Corporation for one thing and one thing only, which is engaging into conversations with the business owners to hear their concerns, what they want to see from the community, and what they want us as SoBro to do for them, to see what we can offer, what new ideas we can come up with to better serve our community. We're here today with two of our newly certified and recently submissions to their certifications business owners, Mr. William Rabes and William and Leo Egwogu. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Jose Arias. I'm the director of the Procurement Technical Assistance Center here at SoBro, and I'm also joined by our business specialist. But let's hear from Josefina herself.
Okay. Yeah, welcome to the SoBro Table Talk for the PTAC segment. I'm Josefina Nidea. I'm the business specialist here at the PTAC, and both of us are new in the PTAC, but we're trying to do our best to be of great service to our community, to the Bronx small businesses community here. So William Rabes is the president of WAR, which is, can you share it out?
It's a company that started 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I started with being a chauffeur. I had a company that used to deliver people to their doctor's appointment, and then the pandemic came, got real stuff for that industry. Then I decided to do into procurement. I did a few jobs, a few contracts, and then I heard about I could get certified by the city to sell to the city or the state or even federal government. So I decided to contact SoBro, and and here I am trying to get certified to the city.
Good, great. Leo?
And Leo.
Yeah, it's nice coming to your building today. My name is Leo, the part owner of LNC Business located in the North Bronx. I came in contact with SoBro through one of their officers, JR.
JR Dorsonville. Yeah.
So we had a discussion, and then he told me about SoBro. And since then, I've been in touch with them, dealing with one official to the other, until I just recently got satisfied with the city. So I was invited to come and understand exactly what SoBro does. That's what brought me here, and I must say that it's been a nice and entertaining discussion with you.
Absolutely. That little ice-breaking session that we had prior to this, it was
it was good.
Getting to know each other.
It was formative.
Let's hope that we can bring some of the highlights from that conversation to this one.
Correct.
So
yeah, it was a good conversation we had up front.
Absolutely. And let's dive right into it. My first question would be, how did you come to know about SoBro? William, do you?
Yes, the way I came to SoBro, as I said, my business going down, I needed help. I searched on the internet for the SBA, that's Small Business Administration, and I saw your link. And I clicked it, and then I got in contact with Kenny. Kenny was really good. He was very informative. He told me what I should do, who should get in contact with. He said, get in contact with Josephine. And I've been dealing with Josephine ever since. She reviewed all my documents, told me what to do, what not to do, what I should correct. And ever since I've been dealing with Josephine and getting this done.
Great. That's amazing. And Leo?
Yeah, in addition to that, I believe, based on my experience dealing with SoBro up to this time, is, an establishment like SoBro is really handy and helpful when it comes to small business owners who just go into business without knowing what resources they need, the direction to follow. And I was lucky, they came to me. One of the officers came to my store and introduced what they do. And I was kind of skeptical initially until I started, through so many communication channels, gotten to understand exactly what private business is all about. I've never done business in my life before. I've been working as an accountant all my life.
Okay.
Until I ventured into this business.
Okay.
And this guy came at the right time.
It was JR.
Yes.
Yeah, and for the people at home, Mr. J.R. Dorsonville is the manager of our Entrepreneurial Assistance Center. And also, since you mentioned
Kenny.
Mr. Kenny,
Kenny,
Mr. Kenny Melis is currently overseeing the Industrial Business Zones program.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, we work together with them with there are businesses that need procurement assistance. They refer them to us, like you.
Exactly.
Kenny was perfect for me then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's and look, that's the kind of comments that we love to hear. You know how our assistance can be of actual help, how we can do good, and that was actually one of the talking points that we were having in the conversation prior to this one, and it's how our programs integrate with each other in a non-competing way. And it's, for example, you came through Kenny.
Right.
Kenny referred you to the Procurement Technical Assistance Center. JR came to you.
Came to me.
It's had, which is amazing, you know. SoBro came to you. JR engaged into a conversation with you, and he realized, oh, you know what? I know who this person needs to see, and in this case, it was the PTAC. And we're so glad that we have you here for this conversation. Also, we're so glad that we are able to be of help, you know, and especially during this trying time. So this is a question that I would like to do to Mr. Leo, and it's that now that your business is certified as a business owner, and based on the conversations that we have had during the past few months, how do you expect that certification to affect your business? How do you expect things to be different now that you are MWBE certified?
One of the points of being satisfied is it gives you that kind of confidence. You know, when you're going out there to seek for businesses, to seek for contracts, whether it's the city, whether it's individual corporations, or whether it's whoever, you have that certificate to show that you're not just off the block. You've been certified, you went through so many rigorous processes with the government. And they confirm that this is truly a minority-owned business. So that's one of the advantages. And also, on the SoBro side, you know, with the daily communication and the daily discussions, they kind of put you in the right channel, in the right direction to how to utilize that certification to your advantage so that you don't flounder. You know, most businesses start today and the next day they're off the street because nobody to guide them, nobody to tell them what next step to take, especially even being satisfied is not enough. It's not like passive document that you just keep on the file. You still have to work on it. And that is where partnership with SoBro comes into play.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, that's it's a good thing that what you mentioned, that being certified is not passive. And as we were saying before, the procurement process doesn't stop at being certified. If anything, that's when it starts.
That's where it starts, really.
Exactly. Exactly.
The certification is just, you know,
start.
getting certified, and then, but once you get certified, you have to, what I usually say, own your certification. You have to work on your certification, make it work for the company, because not all companies or, you know, small businesses qualify to get certified as a minority or women-owned small business. So you have to work on it, do the legwork, do the networking with the different agencies, let them know who you are and what your business is capable of doing.
As a matter of fact, that's exactly what we were talking about upstairs.
Yeah,
And we just said networking.
networking.
You were saying that you have all the contracts out there that you can let Leon, myself get into. That's what we need.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what
and
you said, yeah.
that's what we at PTAC actually strive for, you know, just helping you create those necessary relationships that can secure your success and the success of your business. But now, actually, that leads me to the question also. You are still not certified. By the way, Mr. Rabes through his business work group, he just submitted the application with the city on November
On
29th.
November 29th.
Very
Yeah,
recent, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta remember that date.
Very recent, but you're still not certified. But how are you expecting the certification to help you shape the future of your business?
I think with the certification, the opportunities to sell more to the government of New York City will be open to me. I'll be more, as Leo said, once you're certified, your business is looked upon as a viable entity. It's there. It's more respected, I think. Other businesses will see you as a viable company that can fulfill what they need. Because you've been certified. The city have said, hey, he can do what he says he can do. He has a proven track record behind him.
That's true.
So I think the city having this certification from the city will be a great thing for my new business.
That's right.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So now maybe that's right. We have to, I don't know if I ask you about your capability statements, like you have to really, that's going to be like your marketing tool. Yeah, if you have your business card, the capability statement is larger and more informative about the business that you can send out to your procurement officers in different agencies. Yeah, or even your existing clients to let them know that you can do this much, because the capability statement will already let the people know who you are, what type of business you are in, what are your codes, the NICE codes, and even like who are your existing clients, and you could put the logos of your existing, logos of your existing clients in your capability statement. And when you give it out to some procurement agencies and they find that you have this as your clients, it says a lot about your company.
Yeah.
So in other words, I'll be set upstairs. Put on your walking shoes, go door to door, knocking, hey, my name is William, I'm from War Group. This is my capability statement. I'd like to do business with you.
Exactly.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
The way that I like to explain what a capability statement is to new clients, because sometimes people are not familiar with the term. Maybe they know what a capability statement is, but not by name. You know what I mean? So what I usually tell people is the capability statement is nothing but your business's resume.
Yeah.
Your business's resume. When you're looking for jobs, what do? You go door to door. Oh, well, nowadays, website through website, applying for jobs, sending out your resume. This is the same thing that you are doing for your businesses. You create your capability statement where you state what you can do, how long you've been in business, what's your end goal, all of your certifications, all of your codes. And then that gives the agency, the government agency, or some prime contractors,
Yeah.
Or private.
it's
Private
an
companies,
easy way to see what you're capable of. Therefore, hence the name of capability statement.
Question then. Would you have past business you've dealt with, would you put their name in your capability statement, or you'd ask permission before you can do that?
You can ask them for permission that you will use their logo in your capability statement.
I did business with XYZ Corporation
Yep.
before. You can give them a call to see how I did.
Yep, absolutely. And like I said, look at the capability statement the same way that you approach a resume. In a resume, what do you put? Your preparation, right? College, also experience, some references, either personal or professional. So it's pretty much the same thing, just a different application, since in this case you're talking about a business, not a person. But yeah. Now let's move on to what the procurement process is, and let's start by explaining what is the PTAC. Because we've been saying Procurement Technical Assistance Center, PTAC, this and that, we're here to help. But what exactly is the Procurement Technical Assistance Center? In short, the Procurement Technical Assistance Center It's a program funded by the DoD, the Department of Defense of the United States, to help small businesses submit and fulfill contracts with the Department of Defense or other government agencies.
Okay.
We're here to help you submit proposals for government contracts, have all of your documents in order for when the right time comes for the right opportunities, getting you certified, because that's another thing, a common misconception is that the only certifications that are out there, it's either MWB with the City of New York or MWB with the State of New York through Empire State Development. And that's a long way from the truth. There are many, many more certifications. Josefina, would you mind sharing some
we have
of
the federal, which is handled by the Small Business Administration. So we have the women-owned small business certification. We have the veterans-owned small business certification as well. And we also have the disadvantaged small business certification and the DBE, Disadvantaged Business Enterprise. So there are lots of certifications in the city, the state, and the federal. And also the agencies like MTA and Port Authority, they have the DBE, the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise as well.
Would there be, with the major agencies in the city, are there different certification? Like the MBA?
MTA and Port Authority are
DBE.
the DBE, the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So are you trying to say that they have their own criteria? in
Yeah,
terms
they
of
have.
certification?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But not everyone can apply, like
But-
the DB is for
yeah.
disability.
But the documentation are practically the same.
It's just going through the process of certification. But I mean, you already went through the process of becoming MWB certified. You have all of the documents in order.
MBE, yeah.
You already know what to expect when you're applying for this certifications. So maybe the first one was let's call it the hard one to get, because you had to go out there looking for something that's relatively new to you, which in this case is the first certification. But when the time comes for you to apply for the DBE, 8A, EDW, OSB, and any other certification, you already know what to expect. You have an idea. Oh, you know what? Yes, they're going to ask me for this. They're going to ask me for that. I know what approach to take. And most importantly, and this connects directly to a talking point that we were having before, you're already working with us.
Right.
You're already
You guys are
engaged.
it, yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. I got that.
You're already engaging into conversations with us, right? So while maybe the first one, the MWBE, let's say with the city, was the hard one because there was an education process behind, why should I get it? What are the documents that I need? Next time, you're going to be the one, most likely you're going to be the one asking us, oh, you know what, Jose? Oh, you know what, Josefina? I heard about this certification I heard about this contract with the MTA, but I need to be DBE certified. I was reading into what DBE, what means to be DBE certified. You know what? I want to do it, but I want you to help me getting that certification. And that's where the procurement process basically starts all over again. We help you getting that new certification, and then shortly after, we help you applying for a contract, and not only applying but also securing the contract. And just recently, one of our clients, he became DBE certified with the MTA, and shortly after, he got a contract for radios at the MTA. So that just goes to show PTAC works. PTAC works. We're here to help you, and we actually want you to come to us. We're never afraid of taking the next question from our clients. Actually, it's the total opposite. We want you to ask those questions.
Got one question.
One question,
Do you
right?
have, sorry, excuse me, you would have to have a page or some sort of centralized location where you can get all these certification programs?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
You can access SoBroPTAC.org.
Yeah.
And there you can find all of the information about what our PTAC does, the team members, what we can do for you, where to find us, and everything.
And where can you find each certification program?
The
Yes.
certification, I think William was asking, like, all the certification programs
Right.
for the different agencies, you mean?
right.
Like the city, the state, and the federal.
and the MTA.
Yeah, MTA. Maybe we can create one, because that's
Yeah.
a lot of certifications
Yeah.
you're
If
talking
you have-
about,
if you have one
William.
location, you could say, look, for this whole month, all I'm going to do is go get certified
On this.
on this. And just say it for the whole month.
Yep.
The BA, do
Yeah.
them all. But we need that information.
And we're
Okay.
we're gonna get it to you.
Yeah.
Leo?
That-
Can you throw more light on the PTAC, right, program? You did mention that it's DOD funded.
Yep.
What is funded? But you guys are kind of advisory. So they don't fund.
Yeah,
So
we
for
don't,
instance, I get a project. Right. I don't get fund. I only get advice from you guys. on how to
Exactly.
process.
Exactly. So the Department of Defense funds the program in order to give that technical assistance to business owners
Oh, okay.
about the certifications, the right way to apply for contracts, so on and so forth. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So now, I would like Josefina to explain what the
is it?
procurement process. Explain how the procurement process. It's not something that happens right away. You know, Josefina, can you please explain?
well, okay. For the procurement, first of all, there's a eligibility so that you'll be able to get certified, okay? So once you get certified, then the process is for you to market yourself, okay? Is that what you're meaning, what you meant?
Yeah.
Yeah, to market your company. So get your certification, let all agencies know your certification, that you're a certified company, MWBE or MBE, which is Minority Business Enterprise, because you men, and let them know that you are certified, you have been certified, and these are your NAICS code and what you have been doing. You could also attach your capability statement to them.
And then you send them out
You send it out to them.
to their procurement department.
In the procurement department of each agency. But you have to, first of all, look at the different agencies and then look which agencies you can work with depending on your company and the services or the products that you carry. And identify those agencies. Don't just email blast it to all the agencies. Identify, just focus on the agencies that really requires your company products or services. Then send that to the procurement department or the office of the MBE. Then they have a procurement division or something. Contact them, get their email address or call them, then send out your capability statement. And in all those agencies, check out where in their website if they have upcoming events. Make sure to attend that. And then make sure to go and meet the procurement officer that you sent out that.
Networking.
Yeah,
Yep.
networking. So stay focused. You identify which agencies that would work for you. Not just email blast it to all the agencies, because sometimes they receive so many of those. So just concentrate on those agencies that you want to work with. Then on their websites, get their, whatever events. And it's easy if it's like you have a personal, relationship with them. They know you. You gave them your capability statement, and then talk to them how your business is doing and what your plans are for the business, so that at least it will retain to them. And then after that event, email them.
Exactly.
Then give them thank them that they spent time talking to you and all those things.
I guess it's
And
like
that would
it's
be-
looking for a job. It's a job.
Yeah,
You're looking for a job.
exactly.
It's the same
Developing
idea.
relationships with
Yeah.
all these procurement officers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a job.
Now, having heard that explanation, thank you so much, Josefina.
Oh, you're welcome.
That was a very thorough explanation, and I appreciate it. Having heard what Josefina just said, I want to start with Leo in this next question. Now that you are certified, and based on the conversations that we've had in the past, what kind of procurement opportunities are you currently looking for?
I've been highly enlightened, by what I've had, both through the process and what your explanation. Prior to my coming today, there are certain things I never knew. I just thought, well, once you get satisfied, they will contact you or something like that. But it's like a building block. You just have the papers, and then you need to go out there and make the paper work for you. So, like she suggested, I have to go to the passport website and go through the agencies, and then go into their different sections and see exactly what they need. Like our business, which I explained to you, is mail, print, and ship, and also we deal with office supplies. Recently, we added other services like fingerprinting and the TSA pre-check. That are some of the services we provide at the moment. So I have to go through some of these agencies and see which ones align to the services we provide to the community. And then probably submit our capability statements and then reach out to them as well.
Yeah, reach out to them.
And you know what? You mentioned something interesting, and it's that you provide the fingerprint service for TSA pre-check.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
How did you get that?
So when we started this business, they have the company that established this the store for us, introduced us to this retail association. It's like a network of similar stores all over the United States.
Okay.
We joined them, and there they have what they call preferred vendors. So when you go there, if you need to buy, say, for instance, printing equipment, there are a lot of vendors that are ready to give you discounts. So one of the services there is fingerprint. Initially, I didn't give it a thought when we started until someone told me that we could do fingerprinting services in this area, because the nearest one to us is in White Plains.
Okay.
Yes, and they usually located in Staples. So we are basically the first.
In my case, I actually got global entry.
Global entry, yes.
And I had to get my fingerprints. First, I got TSA pre-check verified.
Right.
And I had to go to Staples all the way in my hand.
Okay, exactly.
So it was kind of an arduous process.
Right.
And then global entry, which you got to go to an airport. It's kind of an arduous process. So it's really glad to hear that
we are the first store basically that outside Staples. That locating that equipment.
Congratulations on that.
Maybe I have to go visit your store one of these days for my fingerprinting when I travel next year.
Yeah, we just started last month for the TSA, but we've been doing
Oh, that's great.
airport.
Constantly, I'm telling people, you know what, if you just want to skip the big line, just get TSA pre-check.
TSA pre-check.
So now I know where to send people.
And one thing I've learned in some of this is when you are not in an industry or in a specialty, there are so many things you don't know about until I enter into this. I never knew about this fingerprinting or this TSA stuff.
And now you do.
And now you have it.
Yeah. So some of the things that we provide, I can go through some of these agencies and see, like you mentioned, police department.
Yeah.
Before, fingerprinting for the state is done through police department, but they have taken that function away from them. So the contract is now with IDEMIA. So and then we provide the IDEMIA services.
Okay.
Something like that.
No, and other services that you can also provide, and these are just some ideas. It's also services for the Department of Motor Vehicles.
Yes.
Yeah, DMV.
We do hazmat. They call it hazmat. Hazmat endorsement on the commercial driver's license.
Oh.
Okay.
There's also the TWIC card. That enables drivers to go into specialized area like Port Authority. With that card, they can easily have access to it. So we do that as well.
Great. That's amazing. That's amazing. And now, William, we would like to hear from you. What kind of procurement opportunities are you looking for now that you are basically you're almost there? You're almost there.
Now. Yeah.
Okay. My specialty, office products.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel that it's office products you always need. There's always a demand for office products, whether it's a pen or paper.
Paper. Yeah.
Water. This is another one. It's called a break room product.
Yeah.
But not so much that. I'm looking for my products will be something that's usable, disposable, and in my case, toilet paper. Not very attractive toilet paper, but
But needed.
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Needed.
Absolutely.
Basic necessities
Exactly.
in an office.
Necessity.
Do
in
you
an
or
office.
don't you need toilet paper?
You gotta have
Everybody
it.
You gotta
does.
have it.
You gotta have it. And believe it or not, in Leo's industry, they use a lot of napkins.
A
A
lot.
lot of napkins.
A lot.
Wet and dry napkins. So he'll be one of my clients, hopefully.
That's right.
You see
That would be great.
how it all comes down to networking. How now even though you might sell similar products, you're not necessarily competing,
No.
you know,
No, no.
but complementing each other.
Complementing
You know?
each other.
Because let's say tomorrow a client comes in and says, "Oh, you know what? I need this amount of paper boxes," but maybe because you're fulfilling other contracts, maybe you don't have the stock to fulfill that need. But guess what? Now you know that William does.
it.
That's what it's all about. Networking.
Yeah.
But if somebody comes to William and says, "Oh, you know what? I need a business center that can take on, let's say, printing on a professional level," you know, now William knows that Leo Iguabu does it. So you see, this is the type of networking that you're gonna encounter every time you go to these government events or expos hosted by us at SoBro or organizations that do the same thing. Yeah, definitely. So,
Who would ever think that Leo and William, as our guests, would be able to, complement each
Exactly.
other's the business?
And this is
Who'd ever
also,
thought of that?
that's also part of what we do here at the PTAC.
Yeah.
It's also trying to connect the right
That's
people
right.
with each other. You know, it's not everything is about just business, but also creating the necessary relationships to make the business succeed.
And even expand,
Exactly. And now that we're talking about the subject of business succeeding, right? I would like to move on to marketing, because marketing is something that usually we do not think about as often, but it's greatly underrated how necessary marketing is. Now, do you believe that marketing to the government is different or the same as marketing, let's say, to consumers, let's say people that are passing by or clients, big corporate clients? Do you think that it's the same or?
Marketing is marketing. The only thing is you just have to tailor it to the needs
Exactly.
of the person
client.
you're trying to sell
Your
the
client.
information to.
Exactly.
Like you said, capability statement. You have to be dynamic because
Yeah.
what works for you may not work for the other person.
That's
So you
right.
have to look at the needs of these agencies. If you go to Passport, for instance, you might understand exactly. They will tell you what they need. Then you have to tailor your services that you want to provide to meet those
To meet
requirements.
those needs.
And
Exactly.
submit it to them. So the way I market to someone who's working on the street is not the same
It's
way I will
different.
market to
Of course.
Department of Education, for
Yeah.
instance. So it differs, but marketing has to be there.
Yeah.
I work in accounting all my life, so I know we allocate huge amount of money to sales and marketing every year. You might have bright idea, it remains latent until the people outside know that you have that idea.
You have that
How does it
idea.
work with marketing?
Absolutely. William?
Yeah, but I think it's sort of part of human interaction. You have to know, like you said, you have to know the person, and whether you're the government or you're private, or you're the government or you're private. In some ways, I still have to know you as the individual. Not, he works for the government, let's do it this way. Or she works for the private, let's do it this way. No, I think you have to it's an individual person.
Develop a relationship
With that
build
individual person.
No, and
First.
yeah, absolutely. And that leads me to the next topic, which is, it's not so much of a question, but more of a open flowing conversation. And it's the tools that you will need in marketing to make your business succeed in the world of government procurement. First of all, attend community events.
I hear that.
First, attend community events. Second, procurement conferences, where all of these agencies come together under one
On
roof.
location.
Exactly, to market their services, to say, hey, we are here, this is what we do, and this is what we want you to do for us.
What we
So,
need. Yeah.
just recently, Josefina and I had the privilege of going to Albany to attend the MWBE Forum, the yearly MWBE Forum. Actually, this was the first one since 2019 because 2020 and 2021, sadly, they couldn't hold in-person events. So this was the first one, and the turnout was amazing. A lot of agencies, a lot of attendees. This is the type of event that you want to be, that you want to attend to. Why? Josefina and I went to that event. 2 weeks later, we went to another event, but here in the city. It couldn't be farther. We're talking about the first one was in Albany. The second one was in the Museum of Jewish Heritage.
Museum.
And Josefina, who did we see over there?
Oh,
The same,
same
people
people, yeah.
that we met
there.
2 weeks before. Guess what? And those type of events are not only for organizations like us.
Right.
They're
Also
also for business owners.
yeah, business owners,
Yeah.
big companies as well.
Exactly.
Big company that
Prime
needs
car.
service,
Yeah.
that needs the service,
It's-
not company that is supplying the service.
Well, for both.
For both.
For
That's
both,
what I-
because guess
that's
what?
I want to hear.
Let's say that War Group, not William Rabes, no, but War Group goes to the conference and he starts walking around the floor and he sees the MTA booth, he sees the Disney,
Dasney, yeah.
the Dasney booth, all of the booths from the different government agencies, and you walk around with your capability statement, your business card, and your pitch.
Right. Gotta have pitch.
Yeah.
Hello.
Introduce yourself. Yeah.
My name is Leo Egwogu. My name is William Rabes, and I'm the president owner of this business. This is what we do. Here's my capability statement. I look forward to create and nurture a relationship with your agency, and let's see how we can work together in the future. You need to attend those type of those type of events. And you might ask, how can I keep track of all of this? I have one answer for you, PTAC. At the same time that we come to know about this type of events, we also share them with our clients.
Yeah.
Because guess what? We want you to succeed, but also we want to help you be independent. Yes.
Yeah. And I would also comment on William, because take advantage of the name of your company, like War Group. It's very catchy. When I heard it,
catchy.
oh my gosh, War Group, what does it stand for? Because it's so
I better live
catchy.
up to my name.
Yeah, take advantage of that because it's a catchy company name. And then meet a lot of people.
It's had.
Well, that explanation cannot really be overemphasized because I've had a couple of people coming to because our location is about 1,100 square footage. So what we did is huge. We kind of created a small space for coffee.
Oh, that's
we
great.
try the fingerprinting services brings a lot of people. Traffic, unlike before. So we were thinking, okay, how can we get more out of these people? So we created a small space, coffee and juice.
That's right.
So people come very early in the morning for their fingerprinting, and then they could ask for coffee or something. So one guy came one day, about 2 or 3, said, looked around because we do so many stuff in that space. He said, this place has a lot of potential.
That's right.
Most of them live in the neighborhood, but they don't know that we exist. So what we did, we created flyers, went to all the buildings, So community events, networking, very critical, especially if you want to survive in business in this area.
Absolutely. And something that we try to stress as much as possible, it's how different the world is after the past almost 3 years, We're not living in the same world as in February 2020. For better or for worse, businesses have had to adapt to a new way of doing business, to a basically to a more virtual focused, more automated type of services type of business. So it's great to hear that you're offering these services with the fingerprints, fingerprinting for TSA pre-check, and how you can leverage that to also bringing like traffic to other sections, other
Yes.
departments of the business.
Yes. And also, this building has 6 stores. One is the deli, Aloha restaurant, there's African market, there's smoke shop, there is Kennedy chicken. The traffic, before we were kind of dead. Believe me, we were dead completely.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2 people in a day. But now with the traffic of the fingerprint, the other business are
Exactly. You're helping the other businesses.
Yeah, the other businesses
also,
as well.
Exactly.
But you also expanded. You have a complementary like coffee shop
Yes.
and a juice shop on your own space.
Yeah.
You see, it has developed the community,
community, yeah.
the
Yes,
street,
understood,
or
yeah.
and that's good. That's good.
I hope
And
you
work on
space
it.
more. Hope you get other ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's evolving,
keep on-
dynamic.
yeah.
You look at what is going on
Yeah.
and see how you can tap into it.
What the people need, really. Then bring them in, you know.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Yeah.
Now I would like to move on and like I want to hear from both of you gentlemen. What kind? I mean, you already went through the certification process. You are going through it as we speak. Now you're at the what I would say is the easiest but also hardest part, which is waiting.
I think this is that you said the hardest part.
It's
But
the
you can
waiting
work
game.
on your certification already. Work on your company as if you got certified.
Exactly.
Because you could
Right,
even
that's the
market.
hard part,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can market them that you're just waiting for your certification.
Yes,
and-
that's the
yeah.
part I didn't understand before. I was waiting to be certified with the document, but now I'm just coming here. You guys say, hey, don't wait, go there
work.
It's
and
happening.
start doing it now. I
And
was
that
waiting.
leads me to my question, actually, which is, since both of you already went through the process in some sort of shape or form, which agency have you thought about into looking for contracts with them, creating relationships, coming, let's say, to us, PTAC, and say, Jose, you know what? I was reading about CUNY, for example, and maybe I feel like I have what they need. What kind of
Company?
agencies are you looking
Oh,
at right now, or
CUNY.
have you thought?
CUNY. Okay.
I'm sorry, not kidding. NYCHA.
NYCHA.
That's great.
I don't know why NYCHA, but it had a lot of offices, and it definitely need my service in terms of the papers, and as I said, the personal part of it.
And I think they have
So
a lot
I
of awesome.
get my point.
Yeah, William, they have a lot of offices in different locations,
Yes,
isn't
they
it?
do.
Yeah, so you can just get one contract for a certain product and then service all those locations.
That's exactly what I was thinking about. My first, as soon as I can, get a paper in my hand to get more respectability in terms of work, sent to the city, go for the NYCHA.
Okay.
It's real simple.
Great. Any other agency that you have thought about, creating, not necessarily looking for contracts, but just creating that relationship with them?
MTA.
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 Okay, so you know what that means, right? We need to start working on that DBE certification,
DBA certification.
and we're looking
And
forward
also
to
for
it.
the Port Authority, if you're going to go
Yeah.
MTA to
They
the Port
pick up a lot, but they
Authority.
need a lot of garbage bags.
Yeah,
No, and in this case, and I know that we keep going back to the toilet paper, but toilet paper is this kind of product that you don't really give it that much thought until you realize how much you need it.
Yes.
How many stations are across the city?
Yeah.
Train stations.
Train
About
stations,
362.
360.
terminals, and
And out of those
Airports, yeah.
exactly. Out of those 362, how many of them have a bathroom? Not necessarily for passengers, but for employees,
I'd say most of them have to.
right?
Yeah, most of them have to have a
Right.
bathroom.
But also on the Port Authority side, you have this building. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Well, not building, but area. It's called the
Grants.
John F. Kennedy international airport.
Right. That's
And all the terminals there.
All of the terminals,
Yeah.
So that will be an amazing
Contract
and
to get.
not just a contract, but as an entire endeavor, because applying for these kind of contracts, it's an experience in and of itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leo.
Yeah, I think my major concentration might be Department of Education. And when I say Department of Education, the schools around, because I remember when I started, I went to a nearby middle school. The first question the principal asked me was, "Are you certified?" I didn't understand what he was talking
What
about.
was that?
I thought it was just,
What was that
Were
word?
you a registered company? Until I got this, I said, so
That's what
That's what they meant, man.
That's what he meant.
They're not going to talk to me now until I get that certification.
Send me the sample of the certificate.
Yeah. What certificate?
Because if you look at the schools, they need, all these yearly events, they need T-shirts, they need banners, they need so many kinds of printouts,
Yeah,
which I
that's
do.
right.
So this is the area I'm looking at. And also the NYPD. Because recently we had a whole lot of them came from Yonkers to do fingerprints. Especially when they have these new recruits and so on. They have to go through background checks.
Yeah.
So those are the two areas I'm always targeting. If you can get those ones, in addition to other smaller events, that will be able to carry you through some of the tough times.
What I know about Leo's industry, the fingerprint industry, it's going to take off. It's going to be a tremendous
Absolutely,
industry.
because services that
Tremendous.
services that were usually done in-house, in each agency, are now being given to third parties. They're being outsourced. So it's an amazing opportunity because first it helps make the whole process easier because now more businesses are able to attend to the community needs. Instead of only one place doing fingerprint, now you have 300 places.
Yeah.
So
on that note, more businesses are required to be fingerprinted.
Virtually
lot
every
more.
agency
That's what I'm saying.
required employees to go through background checks.
exactly.
Oh, you don't need. I know your industry.
Which is really, very important right now,
That's why it's going to be a tremendous. Because youth is most important right now. That's why it's going to be such a big industry.
Yeah, that's true.
The government doesn't trust us anymore. The government wants to keep track of us. That's the bottom line for this. Everything goes to the feds. Don't care what you do. You can be a cashier, and I've seen this. Cashiers come in to get the fingerprints done. And it all goes to the feds. Of course, it goes to the feds who checks it.
Well, I mean,
Everybody goes to
Was
the
it?
feds.
Yeah.
and all we want to see is how we can make an opportunity work for our clients. And this is definitely a great opportunity. The one that you just took on.
Yeah.
And let's see and let's hope how you can grow, how you can make that opportunity grow in itself, and let's see what's the next big thing. Yeah. So now I would like to give this, just the last few minutes of the conversation to you, gentlemen. We have asked a lot of questions, right? But now we want to hear it from you. What kind of questions do you have for the Procurement
us,
Technical Assistance Center? But not only that, what would you like to see? Not just from PTAC, but the community as a whole, how SoBro or organizations like us can help you make your business better. Leo?
I think it's a more and continuous open discussion and engagement. For instance, without you guys, I wouldn't have known about certification, to be frank. I never even thought about it. I thought you just register your business, get your EIN number, and that's it. That's what I thought. Until I had like I mentioned to you, the lady I was dealing with before was telling me about it. I said, what the hell is that? And I started going through the process. It's very strenuous until I got it. Now I came here today, you mentioned the state. This is another level. So I'll go through the process
the state,
again. So SoBro, in a sense, I've come to realize, even though not many people know you guys, that's another topic, right? They are very useful in my mind because there are things that small businesses don't know about that they could be educated on. But they have to know that there's an agency out there that they don't have to pay for, and they will get all the necessary information, all the advice, the direction, where to go, all the resources to provide. So it's an ongoing process, and it's good that JR, is it JR?
JR
Yeah,
Dorsonville
JR,
came to my
yeah,
store and introduced me to SoBro, which I'm very grateful for. And it's going to be an ongoing discussion and communication between my business and you guys.
Perfect.
Thank you
And
so
we look
much.
forward.
Thank
Whatever
you.
this thing, I will always come to you guys to seek for, because you guys already know what the requirements are. It comes from experience and it comes from, the rules and regulations that you can always say, okay, this is
what.
always the best practice for this process. So
And we look forward to to continue working with you. And I would like to take the opportunity to also say how, even though you started, let's say, with PTAC, you came through JR, which is
Right.
the
Yeah.
Entrepreneurial Assistance Center,
Right.
but you're currently working with PTAC. You're not
It's
done
okay.
with us.
Yeah.
There's still so
can-
many
yeah.
things that we can help you achieve. We have an IBC, Industrial Business Zone Department. We have even the EAC. The EAC can help you with, just perfecting your business plan. You still have us at PTAC. And let's say that in the future, guess what? Your business grows to a level in which you're saying, oh, I need more staff. We also have a workforce development department in here. So we continue working. We look forward to continue working with you. And I want to see how many departments you can tap into.
right.
That's
I
right,
definitely-
Leon.
Definitely I will do that. Because
That would be good.
recently I have one, it's a veteran. I have-
Okay.
veteran. He say he has license for whatever. It's some Jewish guy. So he came, he did fingerprint for FBI background or something. He started telling me how we've been going, started telling me about grants, federal government grants, and so on and so forth. The website I need to go to, but he said first you have to get satisfied with the city. Then the first thing he mentioned, have you heard of SoBro?
Have you heard of SoBro? That's what he asked.
There you
that's
go. And-
That's how you learn about SoBro.
No, and something that
Yeah,
that we try always to encourage our clients is to just spread the word. Let's say the businesses in your community. If you see someone struggling with the business because maybe you think that they need some kind of mentorship, or you say, oh, you know what? I see this opportunity that you can take on. Contact SoBro. I know because of experience that they will be able to help you.
Yeah, I agree with
William?
that. I just think SoBro needs to toot his horn more. That's about it. It's it brought Leo in, it brought me in. It helped me to get certified. It needs to do that more. So I think it's a great job it's doing. I'm happy.
No, and I mean, some of the ways that we market our services are also through webinars, educational webinars, where we're going to be sharing the 2023 webinar calendar shortly, as we're in the final stages of perfecting and seeing what the next webinars are going to be about. But we constantly host this type of webinars in which we bring in experts from other agencies or from organizations like us to educate businesses. And something that we always encourage the attendees of these type of events is we give you the contact information. If you have any questions that you want to ask us, please do it. Please send us an email, and we will gladly take on your business and help you become the next big thing.
A link between SoBro and the SBA. I don't know if you got it.
SBA is federal.
Right, but
So
there's a link between them because when I went looking for your service, the SBA wasn't very helpful at all in terms of that. It wasn't until I found you that I found exactly what I needed. But I had to go and look for you. Maybe
Okay.
if I'd done the SBA right away, they say, hey, we can't help you, but SoBro can provide what you need until you can use us.
Yeah,
But,
they
I
usually,
went through
they usually,
the SBA stuff as well because initially we
The
were having a lot of
8A.
issues. So I went through that process. There was somehow along the line they referred me to SoBro.
They
Yeah.
did.
Well,
Yeah.
but in this
Okay.
case, it
Because-
was SBS, Small Business Services.
Yeah, something
right?
like that.
He's
He's
referring
asking
to the
is
Small Business
SBA.
Administration. Yeah,
Yeah.
at the federal level.
At the
Yeah,
federal
because
level.
there's
Yeah.
the
Everyone knows about them. If you're in
Yeah.
business, or you want to be in business, you're going to know about the SBA. You are. They're more
Yeah.
popular.
No, especially during the height of the pandemic, their name became pretty much a household name.
Right.
You know, everyone knew what SBA is.
A little link between you and them would be nice.
Well, you
It's
know,
a little bit link. Just something to say, hey, guys.
that's a great idea. That's a great idea and something that, you know what, let's definitely put it in the cards.
yeah.
Give him your capability statement.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, because they have the 8A certification for federal. It's through the SBA. So we have a few clients who are 8A certified.
certified, yeah.
That was in the time of Evangeline and Andrew. But right now, we haven't done any 8A, but we did have like federal certification like the women-owned small business and then the veteran-owned small business. We do have some of those in the federal level. So yeah, when you contact SBA, it will also finally lead you to
Most likely they will
Bronx,
refer you to the local PTAC.
local
Yep.
PTAC, which is
Yeah.
SoBro. So that's why you found us there. Yeah.
Yeah. But gentlemen, allow me to please say thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. I know that this will not be our last one, and I cannot wait to see what your businesses can become and will become. You know, as we were saying earlier, what we strive for is to help your business become the next big thing. You know, all of the big businesses, all of the big companies that you see nowadays, they didn't start by being valued at $500 billion. You know, they started small,
Yeah.
and you got to start somewhere. And
Yes.
we want to be your partners in that process. So thank you very much.
I
Thank
guess
you.
now it's up to us. It's up to Leah and I how big our company becomes. We have resources.
Yeah,
we have the resources.
If you
It's
need
up to us now.
assistance, just give us a call or
Exactly.
email us. Yeah.
Exactly. And for the people at home or anywhere seeing this recording, please, if you have any kind of business need, contact us at SoBro and we will be more than glad to help you. You can contact me, Jose Arias, at my email, jarias, A-R-I-A-S, @sobro.org.
Yeah.
And-
Or Josephina Nidea. J as in Josephina, Nidea, N-I-D-E-A @sobro.org.
And maybe your case is not for PTAC, but we can definitely direct you to the right
right
person.
Yeah.
Let that person be, let that department be
York,
EAC
yeah,
or
yeah.
IBC.
Yeah.
Or even for other needs, you know, workforce development,
Yeah.
property management, youth build, all of
Yeah.
that.
We
So-
work together cohesively. So
Exactly. So thank you very much, and until the next one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.